Hello and welcome back to the show. As always, I'm your driver, Spencer. Sitting shotgun is Breck, and this week with a podcast asking the important questions. Like, is a clingy kid the real horror? How bad can good luck really be? And did we just meet a new baddie? This is Be Afraid of the Dark.
A new bombshell has entered the villa.
It does feel quite a bit like winning the lottery when a new cool supernatural character rolls onto the scene.
Does.
Like you're like, whoa, I did it.
Like these two episodes have three of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my entire life.
Is that so?
Yeah. Just three great episodes. Three beautiful women, two great episodes.
And isn't that a slogan for life?
And that is how life should be run.
That is how life
Measure
should
your
be
days
run.
by how many beautiful women you saw.
And how many episodes of TV two people record a podcast about.
I don't even know what episode we're on anymore.
We've done a lot of them. Anyway, we're just going to start from the beginning of Season 3, Episode 2, The Kids Are All Right. Written by Sarah Gamble, directed by Philip Segricia.
Hey, I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
Two old timers here.
Two old timers of the supernatural writers and production.
I should have been
room.
able to tell this was a Sarah Gamble episode. Sometimes you can really tell.
Yeah, sometimes you can really tell. Anyway, this episode starts with, to the shock of no one in an episode of Supernatural, a terrible father figure.
Yeah.
In this case, a literal father who's dropping his kid off and like, I didn't have a choice. She was throwing a fit and then just left. And then like, the internal logic of this doesn't 100% make sense. Where like, the whole thing, and this is a spoiler for the episode, but the whole thing is that like it's a changeling and it's killing the father if it gets in the way of the connection to the mother. And it's like, at this point, I don't think Katie has been snitched.
I thought she was.
Yeah, but she's like, there are monsters at Daddy's house, right? Like there's that whole thing. Is that Katie? Anyway,
don't know.
Doesn't super matter.
Hey, Sarah Gamble, can you come on the podcast and clarify that for us?
Yeah, come on the podcast.
Also, terrible dad for giving up his parent time. I would not.
Yeah. The kid is like, there's monsters at Daddy's house. They're like, okay, they go inside, whatever, it's over. We cut to the dad's house where he's doing woodwork at 1 a.m, as men do.
Yeah. He's making her a toy.
He's making her a toy to make up for being a shitty dad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he goes off to like shut it down for the night, turns off the garage light, and a table saw turns on. He goes, checks it out, nothing's wrong, turns it off, goes back, and it starts again. He walks over and is looking at it confused, and then something scurries around from the side of the car.
You know, scurrying.
He turns, gets knocked into it, falls back first onto the saw.
Crazy kill.
Crazy kill. So you can kind of see it poke through his shirt
like,
as he's
whoa.
like dying.
And I was asking Spencer, this is not OSHA compliant, right? And Spencer's like, honey, there's not OSHA for the home. To which I say, is God not the OSHA of the home?
Sure. That is quite the sentence. Sentences are really being said that have never been said before.
Is God not the OSHA of the home?
Yeah. So is God not the OSHA of the home? Tell us in the comments, everyone. So yeah, that's a fantastic kill. We cut to our supernatural logo and bring us into Sam at a diner talking to Bobby.
It's Bobby on the phone.
And about, we got to do something. Maybe the translation's wrong.
He's getting something translated. Like he's like running a kind of janky looking translation.
It's like a demon repelling ritual or something.
Or a demon dissipating ritual. Again, more stuff to try and get Dean out of the mess he's gotten himself into.
Yeah. Fake ass green screen outside this thing because they wanted to film in a studio and not on an actual diner like they used to. Oh, I'd super notice.
See, he notices these things, and then Spencer also notices the weapons, and I'm like, la 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 la.
So then Dean comes in and Sam is immediately like, I gotta go, and he hangs up and he's like, who is that? And Sam goes, I was ordering a pizza. They're in a diner. Sam bad at lying on the fly. We know that now.
Yeah, we do.
Wide shot is super weird. Anyway, Dean's like, we have a case. It's in this thing. Guy fell on his table saw, and Sam's like, that's not a case.
Yeah.
Dean's like, okay, there's another reason I want to go. And it's about this old flame that he had.
Lisa Braden.
And it's like the greatest night of his life. She was a yoga instructor, all this stuff. Dean, your horny ass is always getting yourself in trouble.
And you know what? And he's about to die. He can go hook up with his old flames if he wants to.
I guess that is true. So anyway, he convinces Sam. They go.
Oh, he calls her Gumby Girl, too.
He calls her Gumby.
Crazy
does that make me what does he say, pokey?
Does that make me pokey?
Which I don't know.
I'm not familiar with Gumby lore. So.
I'm not either. Anyway, so he drops Sam off at a motel, and he's like, I'll see you, Sam. And he's giddy.
Sam can like barely get his stuff out of the car.
Yeah. And he goes and takes off, and he gets to the house, and he knocks on the door, which, by the way, it's Dean, super weird showing up at a weekend stand, one-time weekend thing.
And how does he know where she lives? It doesn't matter.
Well, she doesn't ask. I know how Dean found her because he's Dean.
He's Dean.
But it's just the element of like, hey, I'm going to show up after a decade. Or,
like,
sorry, 8 or 9 years to be specific.
And she opens the door. One of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. Just saying.
Just saying. There's no point.
There's no point in that.
No point.
I just think she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I think Dean always gets the most beautiful love interest.
He does. So anyway, so then she's like, I'm having a party. So he's like, well, I'll have a party.
And it's
he
her
goes in
son's
and it's
birthday party.
a kid's party. He's like, whose kid? And whose party's for? She's like, my son Ben. And she points, and it's the most Dean. It literally has a Dean Winchester jacket, has a Dean Winchester haircut, is opening a present and goes, oh yeah, AC/DC, and gets an AC/DC CD.
He says, yes, AC/DC rules.
Yeah, literally the most Dean Winchester-esque kid, and Dean clocks it immediately. He's
It's
like,
so
huh.
funny. I wrote down Dean's mental math all over his face. You can see him visually going,
Yeah, wait a minute.
Carry
So-
the one.
Anyway, we cut to some gossiping girl. Gossiping girl. We cut to some gossiping mothers, and these moms are like, "Did you hear her say Dean?" She's like, "Who's Dean?" She's like, "You haven't heard about Dean? Greatest night of my
Oh
life."
yeah,
Dean."
best night of my life.
I just want to
Dean.
point out the gossiping moms in this section of Supernatural are basically just us in this podcast.
Oh yeah,
that's all it is.
100%. That's
Like,
you and me.
We should get
100%.
them on the podcast.
That would be hysterical.
Yeah. So anyway, so they're like, Dean walks in, he's like, "Hello, ladies," and he walks off, and he's standing next to this to Ben, the kid, and they're like standing in the same way, eating the same cake, ogling the same women, and like.
Or like Dean's ogling the mom, and Ben is like ogling her kid.
The kid.
Like
Yeah.
it's so funny. Ben goes into his own bounce house
Yeah.
and goes, "Look out, ladies! Here comes trouble! Yeehaw!"
Yeah, like he's talking about how all the chicks dig the moon bounce, and he's like, "This party's sick." Like it's crazy.
It's so funny. Lisa's jeans did not try.
Lisa's jeans did not try. Anyway, so then the mom from the cold open comes in with the daughter, Katie, and she's clearly like strung out and not doing well, and Katie's kind of weird and off, and everyone's kind of tiptoeing around her.
Yeah.
And what's the Dean's love interest? What's her name?
Lisa.
Lisa's talking to her, and is essentially like, "Hey, how's Katie?" And
This poor mom.
This poor mom is so quick to be like, "That's not my daughter." Like,
She should I think there's something wrong with Katie. I don't think she's Katie, which is crazy that we find out that, spoiler, but you already watched the episode, that these changelings are like swapping out children.
Yeah.
Have you ever met a mom? They know what their child is.
Yeah, but it's funny that none of the other moms seem to know, and it's
No.
just like, it's great.
All the moms are like, she's just weird because her dad died, and this
Yeah.
lady's like haunted, like that's not my kid.
It is fantastic. How quickly she is. And then Dean comes in, and Lisa has said something and offended his mom. And,
Lisa's basically like, I think you're like having emotion.
Yeah.
Lisa's very like kind, like she's a little like not condescending, but she's like,
Yeah.
you're having a hard time, and we're gonna help you through this,
Yeah.
okay? And then I was like, bitch, I just told you that's not my kid, and leaves.
Yeah, so she takes Katie and she leaves, and Dean clocks the weird kid immediately, finds out the story of who this is, and then is like, "So this is he kind of asks my kid, and she gives a great, what was that?" Like,
huh?
this
What'd you
awkward
say?
little thing, and he's like, "No, Dean, you're off the hook," and he kind of walks away. They break apart, and
The other fun thing here is like, and then Lisa lets off like, "Oh, yeah, there's been a lot of bad luck around the neighborhood lately," and Dean goes, "What kind of bad luck?"
yeah, and then we cut to Sam, right?
Which reminds me exactly of in the first episode in the pilot when they're like, what do they talk about?
Yeah,
like it's that
yeah,
exact same like way. It's like I love when they go from like
shift into
off
work
duty
mode.
to like, what'd you say about bad luck? Huh?
They're like bomb sniffing hounds
They
for
are.
bad luck. Anyway, we get to Sam. He's in the diner doing some doing some research, and someone sits down in front of him, and
Hey.
it's Ruby.
Hey, diva.
So they start having a conversation. She's loving his fries, pouring a ton of ketchup. Probably too much ketchup for the number of fries. The ratio was
and
off.
they look like a good thick wedge fry.
Yeah, great.
So she's kind of being a little. Those stand on their own if
They
they're
do.
crispy enough.
They do.
This is my fry. Let's get into French fry politics.
And she's talking to Sam, and he's like, "Why are you following me?" They have this big long exchange, and talking about the Devil's Gate opening and the Yellow-Eyed Demon.
Yeah,
He's like,
she
"Yeah,
knows everything Yellow-Eyed Demon related.
yeah." And so then she has this great line after Sam's like, "Well, we killed him, right?" And she's like, "Ding dong, the demon's dead. Good job with that," right? Which I think is
Yeah.
a great, fantastic line.
Yeah, she's like, great job.
And then she starts,
Everything's worse. So
yeah, exactly. She starts letting on that something with Mary's past, and Sam doesn't know what she's talking about. It's like, "Oh, you have some research to do." And then she writes the her phone number on his hand and kind of flirts with him a little bit.
Yeah.
And
As
then
you would.
goes on her way. And
she says specifically, you don't know what happened to all your mom's friends, do you? And you're like, what do you mean by
he's
that?
like, oh, you have some homework to do, some catching up to. And then she's like, there's work in this town, right? 'Cause she implies that she's a hunter. And she leaves, and immediately Sam gets a phone call.
No, she says she's a hunter.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were.
She doesn't outright. She's like, I'm a good hunter. Right?
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
She's like, I'm a. That's what I'm saying. Is she implies
Yeah,
she's
I
trying
got
to
there.
like, I'm a hunter to Sam when she
there.
is not. Immediately, Dean calls and he's like, "There's something weird going on in this town." Sam's like,
Wait a damn minute.
So
Wait a minute. Also, Katie Cassidy is also incredibly beautiful.
Yeah, she's a Arrow alum as well.
Yeah.
Long
CW
tenure on
alum.
Arrow. CW alum. Yeah.
It's good work if you can get it.
Okay, so then we cut to the mom from the cold open with Katie. And the mom's napping in the weirdest position ever known to nap. And she sits up, and Katie's like sitting over here, like, play with me, mommy.
And you're like, oh,
She's like, I'm hungry, mommy. And the mom's like, okay. Like, she seems almost hungover.
This poor mom is like, is drained.
Yeah. And we'll find out why. She gets up and she walks, and Katie comes and hugs her from behind. She like turns and sees in the reflection this like
Mottled.
peeling, like molting skin
It's
kind of thing on
weird.
Katie. It's fantastic. It's super gross. She jumps back, looks at Katie. Katie's fine. They move on.
Yeah.
Sam is out in he's interviewing another family in the neighborhood.
Yes, we found out specifically there's been 5 other
Yeah.
freak accidents. So he's out, and one of their other kind of go-to besides like agent or cop is when they get to go be insurance agents, which are the only other like occupation where you can go to someone's house and ask them a bunch of really weird questions.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, it's for your premiums. Your premiums. You know how it is.
Yeah, it's
and we also get Sam fancy hair because he has to slick it back.
In a like casual suit, so it's funny that he bothered.
It's so funny.
They're walking outside, and he's like, "So this is where it happened." Yeah, and there's like a ladder posted up in what looks like blood smeared on the windowsill, and a creepy kid inside. And Sam kind of clocks this, and he's like confused, and he goes, "Okay, I think we're good." And the mom goes, "Okay," and she turns and she starts walking up steps, and he sees what they describe it as bruises, but it's bite marks. Like it looks like they're little punctures in this like really perfect circle with like a bunch of puncture holes.
If you've ever seen like a scar from like an octopus like tentacle suction like thing, it looks like that, but with
those
teeth.
leave scars.
Yeah. If it holds on to you, yeah. I know. Octopi,
Damn
they're crazy.
you, octopi.
They're crazy. They might find out and hear you.
I know. They're
I'm kind
really
of scared
smart.
of them. They're really smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he clocks that, and then the mom from the cold open is once again going through it, where she's like in the bathroom.
Yes,
and
in
like,
the world's most mid-2000s bathroom, by the way. It was like sending me back to my best friend's parents' bathroom, where I was like,
yeah,
oh,
she gives the
2007.
kid, she gives Katie a grilled cheese that looks bomb, but
It looks
Katie doesn't
great.
eat.
I wonder why.
Yeah, she goes upstairs to the bathroom. She's like looking at her neck, and the door's locked. And then Katie starts banging on the door
And like screaming, let me in, mommy,
yeah,
let me
why
in.
won't you let me in? What are you doing? And the mom's like freaking out, and
Yeah.
then there's like a doorbell ring, and it stops. And I just again want to reiterate: clingy kids are the real horror.
Yes.
Kids are innately terrifying.
Yes.
They're like, look, kids are soulful in a way that I don't think people like give them credit for.
100%.
Kids are also terrifying monster alien things.
Yeah. And we've like it's the concept of like trying to lock yourself in the bathroom away from your children.
Yeah.
It's creepy. It's like a good creepy little I like it. It's
Yeah.
good.
So she goes down, and it's clearly like somebody who works for the neighborhood, like the neighborhood main realtor or whatever, offering this like, basket of treats and being
Yeah.
like, oh, so how's Katie doing? Is she okay? And
And
like
the mom's
really
like,
weird.
Girl, like, can we not?
And then she's like, we just weren't sure if you were going to stay in that, like immediately, like,
and you're
she's
like, why would she move?
I know.
It's
yeah.
not even. He didn't even live there. They were in different houses. Why the fuck would she move?
Yeah. So then we get this
realtor doesn't like business.
well, we find out why. And then we get this moment of like, she's like, no, whatever. She slams the door in her face, and she's like, it's not a good time. And she's
Yeah.
clearly on the edge.
This poor lady.
Then we cut to Dean. We're not really sure where he's coming from, but he's walking to his car.
He's bebopping around. You know how he is.
You know how Dean is. He's about to get in his car, and he sees Ben bummed out on a park bench. He goes and sits next to him, talks to him, finds out Ben is being bullied, and he's like, and these kids have stolen his game, his DS, old technology.
I miss you, Nintendo DS.
I still have mine.
Mine's in there.
I have mine is the exact model they're playing, but a different color. My brother had that one that they had. Anyway, so he's like, well, do you want me to go get it? And the kid's like, no, you can't do you say it.
He goes, only bitches get grown-ups involved or something like that. And
Yeah,
he's like,
and
and
Dean's
I'm
like-
not a bitch. And Dean's like, that's right, boy.
Yeah, he's like, you know what you can do? And so the kid walks over, demands the DS, turns to leave, like to fake him out. Dean gives him the thumbs up, and then he knees him in the balls like 4 times.
It's awesome.
Takes his DS back, which, by the way, I don't know, that kid seemed crappy. Good job.
Literally, he goes up. He's like, he says politely first, "Can I have my game back?" And the kid's like, "Take it from me." And he's like, "Okay," and then knees him in the balls and takes
a couple
it back.
times. Good job.
Come on, good. Yeah.
Good for
hey,
you.
You tried. You used the diplomatic method. It didn't work. Okay.
It's true.
This is how you have to resolve fights.
Sometimes you just got to knee a bully in the balls.
You gotta knee a little shit in the balls. It happens.
Dean's like, yeah, and he's all proud of him, and then Ben walks over and they like high five or whatever, and then
Lisa appears.
Lisa appears and she's not happy, and then she's like,
"What the hell?
What is Dean doing here?" Which is really funny. She's mad at him. She's like, "Go away! Like, what are you doing?" And kind of drags him away. And she's like, "We had one weekend 10 years ago.
Yeah,
you don't know me. You don't know anything about me." She's walking off, and then Ben pulls back and walks over and hugs Dean. And again,
so cute.
This is our first time this season, and there wasn't really one in season 2
where Dean gets to like hang out with his favorite children.
Yeah, like where Dean just has a special connection with
wasn't.
kids.
No.
Yeah, that was really a season 1 thing, and then I'm sure there's something in season 2 I'm forgetting, but not a big one, not like this. So anyway, the kid hugs Dean. He walks off, and we cut to Dean looks over and sees these 3 kids like in unison, like turn and look at him. Again, kids are the real horror.
I love The Brood, directed by David Cronenberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, what did you say? It's very Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It's very like creepy, like ooh.
Yeah.
Nothing creepier than a child.
Well, truly, that's all I've always said that.
Yeah.
I've always said nothing creepier than a child, and that they're sticky. Mm-hmm. Why are kids always sticky? Clean your children. Don't let them near sticky things.
This is a hot button issue for him.
It's a hot button issue for me. On this platform, I will be running on the
no more child stickiness.
No more child stickiness. I need it to end. It's gross. Every time I hang out with my nephews, they're like, ah, and I'm like, ah, it's
They're
gross.
not that sticky.
Some of them are pretty sticky. Anyway, the mom is buckling the Katie up, and she's clearly not okay.
No, Katie keeps going, "Can we go get ice cream now?"
Yeah, it's really weird. And then she gets in the driver's seat, and she looks in the rearview mirror, and Katie's like a weird, gross face with a little
weird, like circular, like it's almost like
a butthole.
I wasn't gonna say butthole at all. That's crazy.
I'm not happy about it.
Like it reminds me of something incredibly specific, but I can't think of what it is. It reminds me of like worm mouths.
Yeah. Yes. It's the Dune mouth.
My God, it is.
It's the Dune sandworm mouth.
Shahalood, hey-ho. So I turn on my hologram shield and I find him to the death.
Look that up if you don't know what she's talking about.
Anyways.
Okay, so she starts driving and she pulls into a boat loading area at a lake, and she just unbuckles her seatbelt and climbs out and turns off the emergency brake, and the car just starts rolling into the lake with Katie in the back, and Katie just does this one of these. I'll give it to you. She just goes, totally not caring at all.
It's so creepy. And this scene is dark as fuck.
Yeah, the shot's great because they really do like practically roll the car into the lake and stuff, and there's like all this bubbles and stuff as it's going down. The shot just looked really cool. I think it's fun. And then we cut to... Also, before we move on, she jumped to that conclusion super quickly.
She got there really fast.
Don't get me wrong. She was right to do it, but what if she was wrong?
Because she did notice, but it does beg the question, what if she was just going under like psychosis?
Yeah.
And then this is just like her murdering her child.
Yeah.
She's not really on that point yet. And we know she's right, but it is an incredibly dark scene.
Yeah, so drastic.
It's very dark.
Then we cut to Sam and Dean in the hotel room.
No,
and
she comes back first.
Then we cut to the mom getting home, and she's crying. She walks in and she stops and she looks down, and there's like water and dripping, and Katie is sitting at the table. She's like, "Can I have that ice cream now, mommy?" Having them say mommy creeps me out. Stop it.
It's creepy. It's creepy. They're acting like the idea of children.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it's very Invasion of the Body Snatchers, something like imitating what they think is a person. Life. Yeah.
Like, oh.
It's kind of like a Lars Van Trier. No, not Lars Van Trier. It's kind of like a Yorgos Lanthimos cadence, like The Lobster, where it's like somebody who saw or who heard about human emotion but never felt it, like made a movie. It's kind of how that feels. It's kind of how they look. She freaks out. Obviously, it's scary. Sam and Dean are now in the hotel room. You were right. And Dean bursts in and he's like, there's something weird about the kids in this town.
It's like, they're weird as fuck over here, dude.
And Dean's like, you're telling me, or Sam's like, you're telling me. And Sam has figured out that they are changelings, which are these like creatures that aren't
evil
all
monster babies.
Yeah, and they're not always babies, and they feed on they like come and they snatch the kids from the windowsill, and Sam points out the blood that what he believes is blood, and they take the kids and store them underground.
Yes. And feed on the Venusian,
whatever.
Some kind of
something
fluid
from
the moms.
And they kill anyone that gets in the way. So that's why there's been all these deaths.
We find out also that the only way to kill changelings is with fire.
So Dean's building like a makeshift propane flamethrower, which is cool.
Propane flamethrower is my country punk band name.
Yeah, and then he kind of gets there where he's like, can they snatch anybody? And Dean or Sam's like, well, yeah, they could. He's like, we have to make a stop. He's like, we don't have time. He's like, we have to make a stop. Yeah. He stops and he tries to get Lisa and Ben to go out of town, offering them his credit card.
Siegfried Houdini. Whose card is this?
Hilarious. It's Siegfried Houdini's. What do you mean? He gets so lazy sometimes with the fake names. I kind of love it.
It's awesome.
Anyway, he's trying to get them to go. They say no, and Ben walks around and he's clearly snatched.
She's like, make him go away, mommy.
Yeah, and so she's like, you heard him. And she closes the door, sits down. He's creepily looking at both of them in the window, and Ben is just staring at his mom. And then he gets back in the car. He's like, Ben got snatched, and Sam's like, okay. And he checked the windowsill, and he realized it's not blood. He felt it, and he's like, but I think I know where they're at. And he goes to a construction site where they're using red dirt. I don't know why, red dirt, whatever. But so they go in, and I love when the Winchesters toss each other things. So great. Dean tosses Sam. There's like a floatiness to it that they've mastered where they're like, and they snatch. It's great.
They almost have like homing mechanisms.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it. They go in to the house. They start looking around, and they don't have a weapon at the ready, which I find really funny.
I know. But
they're looking.
And the realtor appears.
No, it's not yet. That happens in a second, right?
I have the realtor is also a changeling.
No, I have this. I have a different.
Oh, okay. Then go ahead.
This doesn't matter. Anyway, they're going through the house, and Dean comes across a cage, and little fingers come up.
So creepy.
Creepy and sad and weird. Anyway, it's revealed that it's Ben in the cage, and Dean starts working on getting all these kids out. There's a bunch of cages down. He's getting all these kids out to save them, and he gets Ben out and he hugs him. And then Sam turns around, and the realtor is there, and my note is literally, of course it's a realtor, is my note. Sorry to all the realtors out there.
No, but she's kind of head honcho changeling.
Yeah,
here.
so they realize, it's the mom, whatever they say. It's like, Sam flings around and fires off a shot, and it doesn't work. Yeah. Oh, actually, sorry. The cool part about this reveal is that Sam sees in a reflection first, and it's the zombified version. He turns around, and it's not. And so she's trying to play it off, which gives Sam the chance to pull out the flamethrower. Yeah. Good move. I like that. It's a fun change up on the action.
It is.
So anyway, he fires off a blast with his flamethrower, does not get her. He goes running. And I was like, the changeling is fast, which is a cool detail because the changeling earlier beat the mom back to the house. Fun detail that they're kind of speedy, quick, and strong. Then we get the scene where Dean is like busting out a window and trying to get all these kids out. And Ben is like, takes off his jacket. He's like, use this. Ben is helpful. I like you, Ben. He's such a good little lad. He's a good little. Anyways,
sweet boy.
So he's helping, and then Sam rushes in. They bust out the last cage, and it's the realtor. He reveals, he's like, it's a mother. There's a mother here. We have to get these kids out of here.
And she's been feeding on the kids.
Yeah.
And then the kid changelings have been feeding on the moms. So it's become kind of a weird cycle.
Yeah. So then what happens is Sam and Dean get the absolute, like, they get their cheeks clapped a little bit. They get the crap beaten out of them.
Sam gets whooped.
Sam gets whooped, thrown around. Dean jumps in, gets the shit kicked out. Dean gets a good hit or two in.
He does.
And then he's like, Ben, get these kids out of here. Ben pulls over a painter's bucket and like,
he's so good.
Pickle bucket is what they're called, and gets the kids out of the window.
Why is it called a pickle bucket?
I don't know. Maybe they just throw pickles in it, but that's always what they're just called, pickle buckets.
That's my dream, that there's just buckets laying around of pickles.
I agree with you. Yeah. I couldn't. That's my perfect ideal. On this platform, I will be running for pickle buckets in every home.
Amen.
And no more sticky kids.
You've got my vote.
Thank you. They kind of get the upper hand, and the realtor, the changeling mother, turns, and Sam has the flamethrower and burst. And so we were going to add now our first official Winchester kill of the season. Sam 1, Dean 0. Sam takes the kill this episode. Good job, Sam. Let's see if you can have a better. Let's see if you can have a better performance.
Honey, can you please have a season where you win.
I know. I'm desperate for it.
Please.
I'm desperate for it.
What
anyway,
we say about a season of television that came out almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So they get them all out and they get Ben home, and Sam's like, "I'm gonna give y'all." Sorry.
And all the changing children die as the mother changing.
Yeah, because we've been cross-cutting to the mom from the cold open and Katie like banging and like
and then
freaking
Lisa's
her out.
getting like we didn't even mention Lisa is also being cornered by changeling Ben because she finds out pretty much immediately because she gets up to feed him something and turns around and their coffee table's mirrored and she sees him in the and she's like,
Dean's given like a half warning. Anyway, so they get Ben back and she's like, "What's going on?" And Dean has this just kind of funny moment where he's like, "I'll explain everything, but you probably don't want me to."
And she doesn't.
She tells him that in the next scene. And Sam's like, "I'm going to give y'all some time." And Sam backs off because, Lisa hugs him tenderly.
It's rather obvious what's going on there.
They go inside. He's finished explaining. And Ben is like rocking out to AC/DC, not caring the world.
Eating a snack. He's kind of awesome.
And they kind of just have this moment and they go, Dean's like, "Are you 100% certain he's not mine?" Because and she's like, "Yeah, I did a blood test. It's some, It's
some biker I slept with around the same time."
Yeah, and she's like, "What? I had a type." And it's funny. And Dean is like, she says, "You're off the hook."
Yeah.
And Dean's like, "Oh, okay." And he's disappointed and he kind of, without telling her what's going on, he's like, you think I'm all I'm going to leave behind is a car, right? And it's really sad. And she's like, "You could stick around for a while." And he's like, "I can't. I have to go." He doesn't want to be another memory for her. And then, it's really a sad little thing that happens. And we're not done. This would be a typical place for Supernatural.
Well, and while he's exiting, he also says in this very sweet line, "I would have been proud to be his dad."
Yeah.
Which is really sweet. And I subscribe to this day that I think she's lying because she just doesn't want him to feel obligated to stay.
I don't think that's true. But
you don't think so?
No, I think she's being honest with him. Like, I think it's more tragic that he's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair.
Anyway.
Chime in on what you think.
Anyway, we would typically that would be a good place to end a Supernatural episode, but this has some plot stuff it's got to lay out. Sam is making all these calls, finding out all of Mary's friends and associates and doctors and everybody have all died, and somebody was doing a real good job of covering the tracks, and so he calls Ruby and explains it. And he's like, "How do you know more about my family than me? How do you do it?" And she's like, "I told you I'm a good." He's like, "No, right. You're a good hunter. You can follow me all over the country. You know more about my family than me. Who are you?"
Yeah.
And he gets in her face and gets like real intimidating. And you realize how big he is as a human being.
Big. You're like, oh.
And you're like, "Ooh, Jared." Anyway, I've been naughty and you're.
Whoa.
Any hoozles. Then she's like, "Fine, I'll reveal who I am." And Ruby blinks and she's got black eyes.
Hey,
and
girl.
Sam steps back and he reaches for his holy water flask.
And she's like,
I always keep it in a flask. Keep it in a squirt gun.
Keep it in a squirt gun. Keep it on you. Why is it in your backpack and you're searching for it?
Hundreds of demons got out and you're not keeping that in your pocket.
That shot of her blinking and her black eyes flashing is like burned into my brain. That's one of my favorite shots.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Don't go for that." Anyway, she essentially tells him, she's like, "Not all demons want the same thing.
I'm here to help you, but there is something in it for me."
There's something in it for me, and she wants to know what's going on with Sam and why Sam is so special, because Sam is apparently still special. We don't know why. We're starting to lay the groundwork for the season to come.
She like jokingly calls him the Antichrist earlier.
Yeah.
Like there's clearly something heavier,
something bigger. Yeah. So we're going to find out about that as the season goes, but she leaves on a tag of, "I can help you save Dean."
Yeah. And you're like, oh.
Episode ends. Great spot to end an episode. Imagine having to wait a week, which you don't have to. You can just keep watching and keep listening.
Good for you.
So yeah, this is it's a pretty good episode. Not my favorite.
It's a fond memory episode for me because I think the changelings are fun. I think it's got fun Dean stuff going on with Ben.
It's got a body snatcher thing going, which I always enjoy.
Ruby is there, and I can never be upset about that.
You really can't. You mutter about it a lot.
Yeah, I love Ruby.
I know you do. Okay, so anything we missed in this one?
No, I'm just really glad that we lost a diva. We lost a demon diva, and we got a demon diva back.
Yeah.
No more Meg, but
Ruby.
Cool
demon knife.
Happy to see it.
She also makes a joke where he's like, "Where'd you get a knife that can kill a demon?" She's like, "Sky Mall," which is
so funny. Remember Sky Mall? Do you guys remember Sky Mall?
You guys remember Sky Mall? Anyway, funny
They
bit.
don't even have those on the airplane anymore, do they?
All right, well, best line.
"I'd be proud to be his dad."
Heartbreaking. Jesus.
Yeah.
Come on. Really good one. Mine is just funny because it's Ding Dong, the demon's dead. Good job with that, right? It's just it's like, ooh.
Yeah. Ooh.
Good
She's
one.
Sassy.
She's a sassy minx. Is that bad to say? Is minx bad to say? Cool. No. I don't know the terms. I do my best.
He does his best.
Anyway, best kill.
I'm saying power saw.
Power saw, dude. It's power saw.
Like the fire one is really awesome. I love
like
killing
mostly
anything with
off
fire,
screen.
but it's also we saw that guy fall back on the power saw, and we both out loud went, "Oh!"
Yeah, blood coming out of his
You know
chest,
how
his back,
often,
and his
it doesn't
mouth?
happen very often that Spencer and I both audibly and physically we both went like, "Oh!"
Yeah,
like
good kill, just really good,
very Final
solid kill.
Destination-y.
Very. Oh, speaking of Final Destination,
Oh boy,
we're about to roll into a Final Destination ass episode.
But we agree, power saw for this one.
Power saw for this one. That's
all
taking
right.
it.
Power saw is going on
All right.
the bracket.
On to the next episode.
Yes.
Season 3, Episode 3, Bad Day at Black Rock, written by, I put Bed Edlund. It's Ben Edlund, and I just was looking at something, I guess. Directed by Robert Singer. Really well directed.
Going to bed.
I'm always thinking about going to bed, dude. You and I overslept this morning.
Whoops.
I'm really excited to go to bed tonight. Screw it. This is what happens in the episode in 30 seconds, so I can go to sleep. Directed by Robert Singer. Really, really well directed episode.
Great fun episode.
This is one of my most fond memory episodes of
Yes.
Supernatural. I'm sure after I watched it, I think I watched twice because I liked it so
Yes.
much. Anyway, opening scene of this, not where you expect it to be. At least I didn't remember this being in this episode. At a prison with Gordon.
Again, why are we always at a prison?
They locked him in jail. We got to introduce Gordon as like a villain throughout the season.
He's kind of like a mob boss in prison.
He's kind of like a mob boss right now.
They're kind of all going to see him like, what should we do, Gordon? He's like, we have to kill Sam.
Yeah, and this hunter who doesn't seem overly weird for a hunter's like, the Winchesters seem fine. By all accounts, Sam is a normal dude.
They know Bobby, and
They know
this guy,
Bobby.
his name is Kubrick, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
He's like, I talked to Bobby Singer, like it's fine. Like, or he's like, I have a buddy who's a buddy of Bobby Singer, and he says that Bobby said they were trying to stop it.
Yeah.
Gordon's like, you believe that? Bobby's lost his edge.
He's like, I don't even think Sam's human anymore.
Yeah.
And then he's like, this guy agrees to go check it out.
Yeah.
Kubrick agrees to go check it out, and nobody holds a grudge like Gordon, because Gordon has the line where like, Sam Winchester must die.
You're like, okay.
And it cuts to the Supernatural logo, and when we cut in, it's a common thing at this point for to cut in from the cold open to the Winchesters arguing in the Impala as it tears down a road
It's
at night.
quite funny at this point.
It's great. I love it. They're arguing about the Ruby situation and
they
and
just
what to
drop
do.
her name as Ruby, and it's not established in the
I'm
last
fairly certain they say it
Did
somewhere.
they?
I think they
guess.
say it somewhere.
I
Anyway.
don't know. We missed it. Sorry, Ruby. I still love you.
Yeah, we remember your name. Anyway, so they're tearing down. Dean's mad, and then he's like, "Are you okay?" Asking Sam, he's okay. He's like, "Why are you always asking me that?" The phone rings, and I should also imply that they're talking about how there's a war, and that's a lot of what Gordon said in the previous scene too. He's like, I told you there was a war coming 6 months ago.
Gordon was basically informed of the previous season finale's entire scope of events. Like, Gordon is well aware of Devil's Gate got opened, Winchesters were there, Yellow-Eyed Demon is gone, blah, 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 blah. Like, he's pretty abreast of the situation.
Yeah.
Again, mob boss. Who's feeding him that info?
Well, remember, he learned it from
I
the
guess
demon.
that's true. Wow.
Anyway, so that happens, and Sam's like, I'm not talking about trusting her, I'm talking about using her. So he's gonna try to use Ruby to get as much information as he can. I don't think he tells Dean. They don't talk about it. I don't think he tells Dean about the Mary stuff.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't yet. And I think it's interesting too, and it's worth pointing out that I think Dean keeps going, are you okay? Because I think he thinks that Sam is possessed again.
Yeah. He's worried about it.
Yeah.
He's got a little post-traumatic stress.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Fair. Let's get you those anti-possession tests, boys.
Phone rings. Sam's like, it's not mine. Dean's like, it's not mine. And he's like, open the glove box. I keep one of Dad's charged in case his old contacts call. He answers it, uses a fake name. Did you write down the fake name?
It's like, no.
And
I always forget. It doesn't matter.
He writes down a fake name, and he finds out that John kept a storage unit, and somebody had just broken into it. He's like, can you lock that up for us? Gets the address, and they go.
Yes, it's in Buffalo.
We cut back to we cut back to Kubrick in a RV with a bunch of Jesus stuff around, which is very funny.
Rather bizarre. He has like a full scary Jesus with a crown of thorns.
And they're like
portrait.
cleaning their weapons with this other hunter that I don't even know if we
His
ever
name's
get.
Creedy.
Creedy, yeah. They're cleaning weapons and talking about what to do and how to find the Winchesters, and they only have like a 3-week-old lead. He's like, we'll find him. We'll start open the phone book, the phone book is what they say. They start going through all their contacts doing it, and Creedy like pulls out this Jesus statue, and he's like turning. It's like one of those like 3D.
Yeah, where it like follows you the whole time, like Haunted Mansion.
And Kubrick gets up and grabs it and goes, "Don't touch my Jesus." Or don't play with my Jesus, which made me laugh really hard.
It's rather amusing. Don't play with my Jesus.
So then Sam and Dean get to the storage unit. They bust in and they walk in, and it's just like dirty, and clearly nobody's been here for a long time. There's a full coffin inside.
There's also, they find bloodstains though.
Bloodstain in a devil's trap. They're like, no demons allowed. with a tripwire that leads up to a shotgun pointed, and somebody's been shot by it. It's gone off. So whoever broke in got tagged with some buckshot.
Because John's fucking crazy and booby-trapped this storage unit.
Well, of course he should. You know what's in there.
Of course you should be. You should be afraid of the dark.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Which also the coffin has like a flag draped over it. John, what the fuck have you been up to?
I know. Yeah.
What is your problem?
So you just got the logbook. They're going through and they pick up a soccer trophy and it's like Sam's from when he won a championship or whatever. It's like, I can't believe Dad kept this. And Dean's like, that's probably the only time you were like an actual kid. Super sad.
No, he says, he's like, it's probably the only time you acted like a boy. It's him. Yeah. It's him giving a dig of how Sam's girly. I think that's. Are
you sure about that?
I feel like 90% certain.
I thought he was saying it's like probably the only time you were a real kid. That's what I heard.
He doesn't say kid. He says boy.
Okay, tell us if we're wrong. We heard this completely differently.
No, I heard boy.
We're gonna turn the episode back on and check this.
Oh, all right. And he also has Dean's first sawed-off shotgun that he made in the 6th grade,
which is hilarious. It's like the dual, like the two sides of that. Again, the perfect soldier, perfect son.
Yeah, you think that's hilarious, and I was sitting there like, I need to kill John Winchester again.
It just made me laugh. Like it's just because then he cocks it and all this dust kicks off it.
And he's still like, nice. And you're like, you were never a child. I need to start throwing things.
Yeah. So then they find this. They're like, they can't find anything missing until they find this like shelf of curse boxes with all these like sealing sigils and stuff, and they find one missing. So they, of course. Do they call Bobby yet?
They call Bobby in a little. Or no, yeah, they do call Bobby.
Yeah. So
we cut to the thieves first.
Yes, we cut to the thieves first. They're like, maybe they didn't open it. You know, cut to the thieves, pop the lock open.
So funny! What an immediate cut.
Yeah. They cut to them. They're talking for a while. They're like, maybe we should open it, right? Like one of the guys sitting on the couch, he's like, I'm bleeding.
Yeah. He clearly got hit with the buckshot.
And they said some woman hired them to do this. And they're like, maybe we can make more off of it than what she's willing to pay us. They open it, and inside is a rabbit's foot, which is when Breck finally remembered where we were.
Yes.
I was very excited about this.
It takes me time sometimes.
It takes her time sometimes. Let her have some time sometimes.
I remembered from like the first shot of the last episode.
You did.
What exactly was going on.
You did. So anyway, they the guy who's been shot picks it up, and immediately there's a knock at the door. And a guy comes in and he's yelling at him because it's 6 a.m. and they're being loud. and he looks over at the guy who's shot, looks at he's like, I was a medic in Nam. It looks like it's your lucky day. And he patches him up.
It's so funny.
Right, there's a music and a score there that's funny. Anyway, so Sam and Dean start breaking into this apartment, and as they're breaking in, we cut back to them, and they're playing cards, and he keeps getting like Royal Flush and 4 Kings and all this stuff. He keeps winning these hands of poker, and he's like, I think this thing's real.
Yeah.
And Sam and Dean come in with their guns. They draw them on him, and they're talking to him like, what was in there? What was it? And they point out that's the Lucky Rabbit's foot. And then we get the most cartoon ass Looney Tunes. I literally think I wrote, they got Looney Tunes.
I also wrote so Looney Tunes, LMFAO.
Yeah, and I also wrote they break into the apartment of dudes with like plot armors. Essentially, what this
literally,
thing is.
Where it's like every shots are ricocheting. Yeah. They're getting knocked over.
So funny.
They're both getting the better of them from these doofus little dudes.
Yeah. So funny. Okay, so the Dean's gun gets knocked out of the way. He drops it. It goes off. It bounces around the room, knocks Sam's gun out of his hand. They look around and they just start getting their ass kicked because this guy has good luck. So they're losing badly, and Sam's literally getting choked to death by the guy who didn't have the luck. But the rabbit's foot's on the floor next to him. So he reaches out, grabs it, knocks the guy down, flips him off him, whatever happens. Bunch of stuff goes on. The guy pulls a gun, clicks it, and it's Dean's gun. He clicks it, and it doesn't go off. He cocks it. It doesn't go off. Dean grabs the guy. The other guy gets up from having fallen, and he slips and knocks over a bunch of bookcases, or a bunch of books off the wall. They knock him out. And
his gun goes flying out of his hand.
And Sam just holds his hand out and catches it.
He's like, oh. So we find out that this luck can, in fact, be transferred.
And it can be transferred. And Dean's literally like, is that a rabbit's foot? And Sam's holding the gun. He's like, I think it is. And it's like the most like thrown away casual. It was so
very funny.
And we cut. And of course, Dean is coming out of a gas station with a bunch of scratchers.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
Hands them to Sam. They make a bunch of money, like $15K.
He says $1,200.
No, but after that, so they realize
after that,
that
eventually they did. But like the part that makes me laugh is Sam is casually like, whatever, fine, I'll do it, and hands it like starting to go back. And Dean's like, dude, you just won $1,200.
So we cut back to the two guys waking up after they've been had their asses kicked.
Yeah.
And the first guy who had the luck gets up. And he's like, get up, man. And he walks into the thing, and we see this bottle roll and stop. And there's this great like fake out Final Destination ass thing.
It's so Final Destination.
Where he like walks up and you think he's going to slip on the bottle and break his neck, and he steps over the bottle and he's pulling all these things out of the sink, and he puts this like meat flipper skewer thing upright, and he turns, steps on the bottle, flips back, and it goes through his mouth.
It's so gross.
The friend walks in.
I can't believe they
kill.
showed this. I cannot believe they could show this.
It's a fantastic kill.
Yes.
He's like not dead. He's like, he's like
so
dying.
gross.
He was like, you know what I just did. So the luck turns bad once you lose it. So Sam's talking to Bobby.
And the best part of this is, again, Dean is laying out flat every
and he
single
goes, he's like, we're up 15K.
And giggling.
He's so happy about it. So he's doing that, finding out all that stuff. Sam's talking to Bobby, and Bobby's like, you touched it. You have this thing. I built those boxes for him. And I like
Fun
that they
detail.
refer to the storage locker as John's like waste dump, where he just keeps all those things that he's locked away, which I like the idea. And I wish they did more of like talisman horror, where there's not like a traditional monster
They
villain.
don't
It's like,
do as much cursed object stuff.
yeah, they need to.
Yeah.
They got to
awesome.
do that. Let's go back in time and tell
literally,
them.
this is John's version of the room from The Conjuring, where they keep all the cursed objects.
Yeah.
Like it's infinite. It's like an infinite money glitch. Like
Yeah,
it's literally
it is,
just like you could have every episode you've ever wanted here.
Yeah.
Also, so Bobby mentions this is real hoodoo made by a real hoodoo priestess in like New Orleans. Like
While
100
Sam
years
is
ago.
finding a Rolex on the street.
I didn't even notice that part.
Yeah, Dean literally mouths, awesome. Like
so funny. There's nothing better than Dean enjoying his time.
Yeah, and I should note, this is important because they do not make a show of this, but I was looking at Bobby and his coverage, and there's a box open, and I was like, I recognize that box. I'm like fairly certain, because I know this is a storyline that happens this season, but I'm fairly certain he's taking the cult apart, trying to figure out how it works. That does happen later, but I think this is the first like hint of it. Because they don't talk about it yet, but I think that's what he's doing.
But it's fun. I love when Bobby gets to be guy in the chair.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's his best role ever. They realize, they have good luck. Let's use it while we can, while Bobby figures out how to undo this. They go into this diner, and they say, hey, table for two, please. And the guy smiles. Confetti drops. He hands them a giant check. They're like the millionth customer
like, you're
or whatever.
the millionth Biggerson's customer.
And Sam is like, and Dean's like, having the time of his life.
Funny.
They get like free food for a year or whatever.
Something like that.
They go sit down at the table.
Dean's gorging himself on a Sunday.
Yeah, and he's like, it's a brain freeze. It's really funny. And it's important to say that Bobby said, once you lose it, your luck turns bad and you're dead within a week.
Yeah.
So it's dangerous, right?
It's not just like an object that sometimes has bad stuff. It's meant to be a curse.
And Sam's like, I won't lose it. And Bobby's like everyone loses
it. Like,
it's the whole point. It was made to kill people in this way. I love the joy Dean has with this big check.
It's so
anyway, the coffee is brought over in a character that we don't fully see at first. And I'll let you take it away, baby.
So this beautiful woman walks up
in a weird wig.
In a weird wig, and a strange stiff wig. And she walks up, she fills up Sam's coffee, she spills a little bit. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's like spilling, and she's like very sensually like wiping down his lap and his body and like everything. And you're like, oh. And so she walks off. They both lean in and stare after her because she's
Winchester's
like
in unison, baby.
Because she's like twitching her hips as she walks away. And then so Dean's like, okay, well, you're definitely gonna get lucky, lol. And so Sam stands up and immediately slips, spills coffee on himself, knocks over a tray, and he's like, and Dean's like, that can't be lucky. And he checks his pockets, empty. And we cut to Bella, who we don't know her name yet, but we cut it to her walking out. Lauren Cohen of The Walking Dead fame. Someone edit Glenn into this scene.
Yeah.
Because it would be
she's pulling off this wig in this great shot, and she's
like giddy. She's holding the she's not holding it.
She has it wrapped in something so she doesn't touch it. She shoves it in her pocket, and she just walks away, and it's awesome.
Her hair's blowing in the breeze. She's like smiling. It's so awesome.
It's Sam and Dean.
Diva alert.
But Sam and Dean come bursting out, and they're running full tilt, and then Sam just goes and face plant.
This is what it's like to be me. Just so you know, I am this level of clumsy all the time.
Literally, I literally wrote cartoon ass episode.
Yes.
And Dean stops and turns around and gets him up, and Sam's knees are like bloody, and it's crazy.
And I've had that like knee skin. Like it sucks.
So then Dean's like, I wonder how bad this luck's gonna get. Funniest fucking episode of Supernatural.
It's so good.
We cut back to the villains who have we've been cross-cutting with them, where they're like, let's take a break. We can't find them. I know this diner. They got the menu on the website. Cut back to them. They're looking at the menu still, and he's like, I like when they put the whole onion in the fry.
It's so fun.
Literally,
like,
Stephen
what the
King.
hell are these people talking about?
Cartoon Stephen King ass villains. Yes. They look up and again, to note, Sam's bad luck is taking effect because they look up the nearest location, and there's a picture of Sam and Dean on the website.
There's the picture they took of them being the millionth
Which,
customer.
by the way, they don't want the FBI to see that photo either.
No, they do
they're
not.
wanted by the FBI.
Henriksen saw that one.
Henriksen's like, what the hell?
He's like, evil has eaten at the Biggersons once again.
Yeah. True. He hates Biggersons. Anyway, so they go after him, and Sam and Dean are walking around. They're talking to Bobby on the phone, and Bobby's like, you lost it. And he explains, they're like, oh, somebody named Lugosi. That's because they go back and they get the information. Wait, sorry. I skipped this part.
Yes.
They go back to the apartment, and the guy's literally pouring whiskey on the hardwood floor because his friend is dead. And they're like, we heard about your friend. He's like, Dean threatens him, but before he threatens him, Sam like knocks something over, tries to catch it, and tumbles and falls. And Dean, without even turning around, is like, Sam, you okay? Like, just
He's
again,
like,
dead.
yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. Okay. And then he threatens the guy, which is really funny, with a gun in his hand.
Deeply amusing.
So they get the information, somebody named Lugosi, and Bobby's like, huh. And while this is going on, Sam has stepped in gum, and he's trying to get it off on a grate.
Yeah.
And his shoe pops off and falls into the hole, and Bobby knows of Bella.
Yes. And Dean's like, Bella Lugosi, that's cute. And he's like, her real name's Bella Talbot.
Yeah, so he finds out about her that she is he's like, so she's a hunter, and he's like, no, but she knows her way around the world, the life, and she is essentially a thief who steals magical items, cursed items, and sells it to the highest bidder.
Yes.
Really interesting,
she's
really cool.
She's essentially a black market, like merchant woman.
Yeah, really cool idea.
Very
like
cool.
Such a good idea for Supernatural.
Because of course these people exist. In this world that exists, of course there's someone who's like, I can make money off this.
Totally.
She's trying to sell the rabbit foot for like $1.5 million.
Yeah, 1.5 mil. But anyway, Sam and Bob... Anyway, Dean hangs up and turns around, and he's like,
Wait, we get our first idjit.
Oh, yeah. Bobby calls Dean an idjit. He's like, well, don't, look after your brother, you idjit.
And you're like, Bobby, that was our first one.
They hang up. Dean turns around, and Sam's literally like full-on little toddler pouting, and he goes, I lost my shoe. All-timer Supernatural line this episode.
Shoe. It's so good.
It's so fucking good. Anyway, so then they drive off to somewhere in there. They find out where she is. Bobby has found them, and found Bella, and she lives in Queens. And so Dean drops off Sam at a motel and says, I want you to sit here and do nothing. Don't even scratch your nose.
Don't turn the lights on. Don't turn the lights off. Don't scratch your nose. Don't move. And then he leaves. And
Sam scratches his nose because whenever someone tells you not to scratch your nose, you have to scratch your nose.
Yeah.
Dean leaves. Those other hunters are in town. They literally drive past the trailer or the RV. Dean goes, and Bella is on the phone. She is in a really nice apartment.
Yeah.
She has a security system set up.
She has a little Siamese cat that's very cute.
Yeah. And she's on the phone talking, and the guy's kind of not agreeing to the 1.5, and she's like, well, I'll sell it to somebody else, whatever. All that stuff happens.
I love also she's holding the foot with tongs.
Yeah, so she doesn't touch it. And she kind of, she walks around and she feels like something's wrong. And on the security cam, Dean walks around a corner and she just misses him, but she knows something's wrong. So she goes to her wine cooler and pulls out a gun. She's
awesome.
So cool.
She's so cool.
She's so cool. Anyway, so then she looks at her door and it's open, and she walks over and she sees there's an error going off on her alarm system and a Post-it note that says turn around. And so Dean steps out, she steps out, they're holding guns on each other. And they start, and so essentially, yeah, like I said, she's a fence for mystical items, and Dean finds this.
This doesn't happen at first. We cut back to Sam in the motel, and his AC catches on fire.
No, this happens. They have a conversation at first.
I thought they didn't have a conversation at first.
I think they do. They talk a little bit. Sam's in the motel. You can explain what happens with Sam.
Yeah, so he's in the motel, and he's sitting there, and he realizes that there's smoke coming out of the AC. And then he's like, what? And he gets closer, and he's like, and then it catches on fire.
Yeah.
And he's like, and he snuffs it out with the comforter from the bed. And then he looks down, and he's on fire.
So, yeah.
And he flails, hits himself in the head, puts the fire out, but then he tears the curtain down. And of course, at the window, because of his bad luck, is the two guys that have been looking for him this entire time.
And he's unconscious.
So, and then we cut back to...
Yeah, so we cut back to Dean, and they're continuing their conversation where they've been circling, and their arms are down because they've been holding guns on each other for a while. And she's explaining what happens, and Dean finds this like morally abhorrent, right? And he's trying to take the moral high ground, and he's like, how'd you even find it? And she turns and looks at like a Ouija board or something. She's like, I talked to the ghosts of the people it's killed. They're quite attuned to its location. And he tries to play the like, my brother will die if he doesn't get it. She's like, oh, you can have it then for 1.5 million.
It. And the line I like here too is also he's like, so you're a thief, and she's like, no, I'm a great thief.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
fantastic.
So fun.
Then that's kind of at a stalemate. They both still have guns on each other, and Dean's like, well, you know what? I'll just go ahead and take this, and he has the lucky rabbit's foot in hand, and she pulls the trigger immediately, and it just misses, and bullets are bouncing around, and Dean's at a certain point, he's just like, and he just starts running, and she can't hit him because he's lucky.
But yeah, so the guys capture Dean. They're
capture Sam.
And they think that like the main guy, Kubrick, straight up is like off the deep end.
Yeah, he's fully like, God sent me here to get you.
You're like, oh.
And he drops Gordon's name, and he's like, I thought Gordon was sending me. He's like, no, it was God.
You're like, oh.
He's like, yeah, he's losing. And Sam's just trying to explain it. They're just beating the shit out of him.
And Sam's like, oh, Gordon sent you. That's awesome. He's like, Gordon told me to put a bullet in your head. And he's like, yeah, he does that. Like,
yeah, he's like,
whatever.
It's really funny. Jared is having so much fun this episode.
Like, truly, Sam is like, anyways, is that it?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, he's like, I can explain that. And they punch him. And these two guys are arguing and bickering. And it kind of culminates in Dean walking in. And he's all cocky and arrogant. And he has his gun trained on him. He's like, I wouldn't do that. And they're like, you might want to put that gun down and your brains will be splattered across the wall. He's like, oh, this gun? He's like, you don't quite know who I am. And he like lowers the gun and he picks up a pen and throws it. And this is always stuck in my brain where the pen goes thunk right into the barrel of Kubrick's gun. And Kubrick's like looking at it like confused, and he tries to pull it, and the other guy runs up and tries to punch him, and Dean just goes whoop, and like he crashes into the wall, and then he gets the pen out and he picks up a remote and he throws it and it hits him in the head, and he goes, I'm Batman. And it's funny because he becomes Batman later.
It's so good. Like Dean's like, or Sam's like,
you're Batman, right?
Okay, bud. Like, Sam's like, I'm fucking tied up. Can we do something like?
So they figured out they know how to destroy it. So they're like, why don't you say we destroy this thing? And they're at like I think they have to be at a graveyard or cemetery.
Like I think, it's so bizarre.
Yeah, so they're pouring something on this like bed of coals, and Dean is sitting over there scratching away at scratchers, and he's like, we're up 46K. He's like, I'm going to use it while I can, whatever he calls them, like wet blanket or whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes back to a headstone, puts him in his little jacket pocket, walks over, and he's about to drop it in when there's a gun cock. And Bella is behind them, gun trained on them, and she's like, I'm going to need that back. And he's like, you're not going to shoot anybody. I can read people.
And this is the line he's used on the guys earlier in the apartment.
Yeah, and bang, she shoots Sam right in the shoulder, and he just drops, and Dean's like shocked.
Dean's like, what the hell?
And he like looks around, he's like, you can't go around shooting people. And she's like, which of us hasn't shot a few people? Like she's really fun in this role.
She's so great. And she's like, I know I can't hit you, but I can hit Sam all I want.
She's like, but I can't not hit him.
Yeah.
So she's like, I know how to aim, whatever. She's trying to reassure him. She's like, give it over. And she's like, put that down on the ground. So he goes down, and Dean is really smart here, where he's like, heads up, and he throws it. And my assumption is this is his luck playing into it. And she catches it, which means she now has the curse. And she's like, oh man. Yeah. And so they burn it. And she's like, you cost me $1.5 million. Yeah,
and he's like, I don't care.
He's like, oh yeah, like I really don't care.
Yeah.
And as she's going, she kind of stops at his jacket and puts her hand on it. And she has some other quip, and Dean has this really great line where he's like, don't go away angry, just go away. Which I really like. Really funny. She gets in her car and she leaves, and they're walking away, and he's like, you gonna be okay? And he's like, I'll live, and he's bleeding.
Yeah.
He got a shovel over his shoulder, and Dean's like, oh wait, I was on 46K. At least something good came out of it. And he's like, can't find it. And he's like,
and then Bella drives past honking.
And we cut into the car. She has the scratchers, and she's stolen them. And Dean's like, son of a bitch. So he's just
I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Right. And so I love that Bella gets the last laugh. We get a great reoccurring character for at least a few episodes. I can't remember how many total she's in. Maybe just 2 or 3. Super great. End of episode. This is maybe the funniest episode of Supernatural yet.
It might. I don't know that it levels with Tall Tales for me, but it is pretty great.
But the highs are so high.
The highs are incredibly high.
The like Sam getting knocked out by the thing. The I lost my shoe. I'm Batman. Like so many things in this just tickle my funny bone.
Yeah, it's
the
so great.
guy, the idiot guys like orderly. They got the menu on the website,
Exactly.
right? Like,
and you're sitting there like, what the fuck are we spending all this time with these guys for? And then you're like, oh, Sam is incredibly unlucky.
It's so funny. It makes me laugh. Anything we miss in this one? There's so many great moments.
We go back to Kubrick visiting Gordon.
Yes, thank you. The episode didn't end.
And Kubrick is like, I know now that blah, blah, blah. And Gordon's sitting there like, right, for sure.
Gordon's literally like, right.
It's literally that meme that's like two crazy bitches telling each other, exactly.
Yeah, I was like, when two people don't have the same mental illness, but they're on the same page. Like, where they're just
right,
like,
you're
weird, but you are right. Like,
yeah.
Really good, really good.
So and again, he to be resolved.
Reiterates his same line of like, Sam Winchester must die.
Yeah, and you're like,
Gordon, hater of all time.
Truly.
Okay, what do we miss this episode? Thank you for catching that. I totally forgot.
I think that's it.
Really good episode.
Yeah, fun episode.
Yeah, again, all-timer line here with that one. So okay, what's your favorite?
It's the same as yours.
Yeah,
I'm Batman.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mine is I lost my shoe.
Oh, man.
Because I lost my shoe transcends it, where it's like I lost my shoe is so famous with that picture of pouting Sam.
It is. Mine is Batman.
Fair enough. They're both great, but mine is definitely I lost my shoe.
And we didn't mention, we forgot also, no one got a kill.
Yeah, nobody got a kill, so it's still Sam won. I'm not flashing, and I don't flash it when they don't get a kill.
No,
do the work, and I'll put in the graphic.
That guy killed himself by leaving beer around.
Yeah. So best death?
Temperance.
It's the only death?
Yeah.
Which is that, and it's a great one, by the way.
It's a great one.
This is not entering the bracket out of just necessity.
A full, what is it? It's like a full meat fork.
Yeah,
it's
through his mouth.
Yeah.
This one probably would have made it regardless if it was the only kill or not. Such a good kill.
It's so great.
So yeah, it's really good. This the two good episodes.
Yeah.
One I like a lot more than the other, but still two good episodes.
Two really fun ones. Two kind of all-timers for me.
Yeah.
This is another reason why I like to rewatch season 3. It's shorter, it goes by faster, but it's also got just some fun bangers.
Banger after banger. All right. Okay. So you have 1 week from now to watch 2 episodes of TV. And those episodes are season 3, episode 4, Sin City, and season 3, episode 5, Bedtime Stories. I don't remember either of these episodes. So we're going to see.
I maybe remember Bedtime Stories, but I definitely don't remember Sin City.
Well, we're going to find out.
Based on the Frank Miller graphic novel, of course.
Probably. But we're going to find out. But between now and then, you know what you have to do. Got to get your journal, got to hit the road, got to watch some TV, but remember, you know what's out there. Be afraid of the dark.